Yo, what's up? My name's Retro Pat, and I am the worst Runescape Dragonwilds player on the East Coast. Welcome back to another episode of playing this game, and there's a dragon on top of me as I'm trying to recover my corpse, and this is no castle. This is actually a goblin outpost. No wonder I've been dying so much. I was gonna come here to try to pick up some quests, but instead, I picked up a lot of anger, rage, and resentment towards goblins. So let's go ahead and take some of that out and swipe this guy down. We're getting a little better at combat here. I think I need to remember that I can actually parry/block. I've literally not pressed that button, I don't think, once in combat. We're gonna get better at it today. We're gonna play, we're gonna practice, we're gonna get a little wild, maybe get a little dragon. But I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're playing games you enjoy, maybe even RuneScape Dragonwilds or a game similar to it, as this game is still in early access and it's tough to recommend it right now at the price point of 30 bucks, but it's really up to you if you want to spend that. I don't know if it's totally worth it, especially when comparing just the amazing value that other games may have. It's kind of unfortunate that there's just so many good games. I mean, it's unfortunate to say, hilariously, there's so many good games for 5 to 10 bucks or even for free that it's difficult to recommend something like this that is still so bare bones, but it shows insane potential for 30 bucks. Now, I'm going to try to head back home and just kind of flesh out my base a bit more. There's not a whole lot to do, it feels like, in the game quite yet, but in an open world survival game, there's always things that you can do to set your own goals and do what you want to do, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that part. I've been trying to hunt down a deer, but it's felt borderline impossible, and the rat wants to end his life, so we're going to go ahead and give him his wish. My main goal right now is to get up to 20 attack and then allow myself to enchant my weapon with fire, and that should hopefully add some burn damage and make it much easier to actually kill the deer the way I've been able to. I've been able to get, oh my goodness, right as I walk out my door, I've been able to get a deer down to 1 HP a handful of times, but I have not been able to kill one yet. They run the same speed as you, and it just feels impossible without a bow and arrow, and I don't know how to get a bow and arrow, so until then, we're just going to train our attack on whatever we can, from goblins to chickens to cows. Even the chickens aggro you in this game. This game has been ruthlessly difficult. Maybe not, it's been quite hard, is what I should say. Not nearly as comfy and easy as some of the other open world survival games that are similar to it have been from my experience. So we just got level 20 there. The level ups have felt pretty good. Let's go ahead and enchant this dagger with fire. And this lasts a certain period of time, it seems. Let's go see if I can sneak up on a deer, do some damage, and have the burn damage hopefully be enough to take it out to continue our main quest line, which currently requires me to hunt down a deer and bring the antlers to the wise old man. I will say, one of the things I haven't really touched on quite enough is that one of the biggest benefits of RuneScape Dragonwilds is that it's a new game that is totally new, that everyone is exploring for the first time. And I think that's an underrated, underappreciated thing. Most video games nowadays are solved. People, when they come out, people figure out what to do in them. They figure out how to do them efficiently. They figure out how to play them. And people will do that in RuneScape Dragonwilds. That's not a bad thing. It's good to make that progress and have those options and have those guides and that information. But it's nice while the game is still new. God, the shrieking of these goblins. While the game is still new, trying to discover new things, figure out new things, have fun in that way that you can't always have in other video games. So let's go ahead and sneak over to this guy and go for the attack. Okay, we did it! We are starting off this episode with a bang. You have no idea. I mean, you probably do if you watch the series, how long that fucking took me. Holy shit. Talk about making guides. That literally might be something that is guide worthy, to where it's worth to tell you guys, yeah, go get 20 attack, enchant your thing with fire, and then fully, what I was doing was I was popping up before attacking. I think just sneak attacking, staying sneaked when you go for your first attack is super important. Using the dagger seemed better than the club. I was stuck on that forever, but now we can go give the antlers. We should have them. Yup, we do have them. Oh, that's amazing. It's crazy how difficult simply killing a deer was in this game. Talk about difficulty. Let's go give these antlers to the wise old man. Yes. Woo, good start. Beautiful. Siege the Goblin Castle. Oh, no. You mean the Goblin Castle I just died at 50 times last episode? Fuck me. Well, okay, we have to train a lot before we're able to do that. The next question becomes, do we actually want to train our attack? and work towards that right now? Or do we want to have fun, a little bit of a cozy episode, maybe a bit of both? Let's do a little bit of thinking on it. Like, here's our current skills. We're at 20 attack, we're at 15 mining, 36 woodcutting, 9 cooking, 22 construction, 22 runecraft, which is crazy. Artisan slash crafting I haven't really done too much on. Ranged and mage are kind of untrainable at the moment from my understanding. Craft new weapons, armors, or tools. I've barely even done this, so I love to figure, but it doesn't seem like there's that much, there's not much to unlock by training this, to be fair. So maybe today is our loop from 1 hour a day, but that is going to take some preparation. So let's head back to our main base, start preparations for loop from 1 hour, which will require, you know, basically, let me go open these actually really quick, these little goblin things that give us some free runes. Now the question is, do I want to do a loop from 1 hour of woodcut or loop from 1 hour of rune crafting? And that I don't know, genuinely. That's the next question. But let's go. Either way, we prepare the same way. I'm going to head back to my initial base. I'm going to put everything I possibly can into chests, sort through things, do a little bit of that cozy episode part of basically just sorting through things and figuring things out like that. And then we'll figure out what we want to do from there. Or we'll kill a rat because he's pissing me off. Honestly, I need to be able to burn off a little bit of steam. After dying that much to goblins in the previous episode, yeah, I need a little bit of an anger outlet. There you go. Back to my main base. I really like this base. I've really grown attached. I think I should always do with my first bases in games, but I really, really love the little roof hangover and this little unique little entryway with like the little overhang with no roof on top of it. I've really fallen in love with this base. It's really cute. The staircase inside, the extra layers, I can always expand it and build upwards. We could do that this episode. We could do some wood cutting and then expand the base. That could be fun. That actually sounds, you know what? That sounds delightful. Now, thankfully, in chests, you can press F and quick stack everything, which is super, super nice to get everything just loaded in. If you already have stacks of stuff, essentially, you can get it all thrown in there. I'm going to go ahead and throw... I usually have a chest right behind my campfire for any meat and food and stuff like that. I need to go get enough water and red berries to make sure that I can do all of the wood cutting that I want to do. I thought I had a thing in there for that. Maybe I don't. I'm going to have that up there, I guess. I guess anything that isn't... If we're doing wood cutting, I truly can put away everything that isn't... Cannot consume. Plan keg barrel. I'm going to build one more. Do I have the wood on me, actually? I have no wood on me. Let me go grab a little bit of wood really quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build... Oh, I do already have another chest. I forgot about this chest. Fuck, I have an extra chest in here. Okay, perfect. I'm going to put all this in here. We're going to put all this in. And if I'm just doing wood cutting, I straight up don't need anything else. I'm going to put this away. I guess the main... Oh, the difference of the weapons. You can actually see them here, actually. So the stone dagger has a better attack combo. 7 attack combo versus 5 attack combo. So if you attack repeatedly, the dagger might be better. But I think if you're doing like one-off attacks, the stone club is probably better. So we're going to put these away like this. We're going to throw this in here. We're going to throw anything in here that isn't water or berries. Even the torch can go inside. That's okay. And we're just going to be wood cutting. I'll keep one weapon on me since I do feel like I'm gonna go repair stuff as well really quick. But since I do feel like there's monsters all over the place in this game. It's so... You always have to be prepared to fight something. So I'm gonna keep that on me just in case. Can I repair this stuff? Do I have I need the coarse animal fur. We have that. Let's just do that really quick before I forget. I don't want my armor to end up breaking on me because it is keeping me alive a fair bit in certain fights. We'll throw this in here. Throw this in here. Do I need stone to repair this, actually? I might need some stone to repair this. So if that's the case, let me actually keep this stone in my inventory. Let's go double check really quick one last time. Repair. You do need stone for this. So I'll keep some stone on me. Other than that, throw the wood in there. And I think it's time for a loot from 1 hour of wood cutting, which will get its own separate video, but I'll also show you guys essentially, well, I'll show you guys the numbers and such in here as well. The most important things being all of these crates. All of these crates will be empty. This one, so all of these crates, I'm going to end up filling with wood as much as I need to for 1 hour for the test. I might even build a few extra, actually. Let's build a few extra alongside the house really quick. Just like so we can have maximum storage to store all of our wood. There we go. That's all. There we go. So we have a bunch more. So I'm just going to fill whatever I need to with wood. I'm going to get the chop in here in a quick sec. We are starting at 36 woodcut. All right, we are so back, fellas. I chopped wood for a full hour. I destroyed a forest. A lot of it's actually already growing back. I honestly can't tell. I think I'm sure people will tell me in the comments. I don't know if it's better to destroy the stumps or not. That's something I still haven't really understood yet, / found out if it is better. It seems like it is better to destroy the stumps. I feel like if you leave the stumps, I don't know if other sprouts will, as you can see, look at this fucking Lorax level forest with all the stumps, you know, around. I was chopping this thing for a while, so I think I'm gonna have to go back and take care of all these stumps at some point so that these things can regrow, because otherwise it's gonna look pretty ugly. But we're gonna have to do a stump cleaning session at some point, which is not efficient. You get very little wood and very little XP from clearing the stumps, but you got to do it. So there's a cooking level up. Why not? But I went from 36 to level 49 woodcut within 1 hour. I used a few hundred runes. I did gain around 2,000 wood. I'll show you really quick. I didn't fill up all these. I built way too many crates, but this crate, 1, 2, almost 3 full crates of wood. It's around 2,400 wood. So we can go on an absolute building extravaganza now if I want to, which was a massive reason I wanted to do that. But I don't want to totally utilize all of my wood yet, because I just don't know what I'm going to need it for yet in this game, aside from just decoration. I'm still on the main quest line of having to defeat that castle, like take over siege the goblin castle and look for Catherine, and I don't really feel like I'm strong enough yet at all to be really working on that. So I'm kind of at this weird crossroads where I need to figure out, do I want to go explore? Do I want to go train combat? I really just enjoy training the skills. This is kind of a problem that I have. There's something with Pal World where I had a problem where, like, I just really like skilling, and I feel like the world ends up throwing like raids and all these attacking things at me. And it gets really difficult. Essentially, it just gets really difficult to keep up with that. So I don't want to make that mistake too much, but I also want to explore. I'm going to be opening these bird nests as well. Is there anything you could do with these aside from opening them? I feel like you have to open them, and they take kind of a while to open. I wish there was a better way to do that. I still don't know what this is. Quest items. Just my runes. I used a few hundred natures, like 500 earth runes. I really want to... I think my next step is to do a little more rune crafting. I think exploring rune crafting, learning a little bit more about it. Actually, let me go check like what other runes do unlock. Let's see if we can actually see. Does it ever tell you actually? Level 27. Level 27 is the max unlock. The weight of rune essence is reduced by 50%. Maybe that will not be long at all. Let's go ahead and go get level 27 rune crafting. That'll be our goal for right now. And then we'll have to work on combat or work towards sieging that castle here in a quick second. It really makes me realize, I really feel like this game, once again, is just criminally early access. Like, this is how far we have on this graph. That's kind of crazy to me. Level 49 here, like Woodcut only goes to level 49. I don't think there's like a part 2. Part of me wants to like get this level to see if it unlocks a further like part that I can't see. I wonder if that's worth to do really quick. Maybe we're gonna skill for the rest of the episode. Maybe do some building. There's so much I want to do, man. Let me do some of that as well. But I'm gonna open these birds' nests first things first, and just get all the stuff out of them. But that's not even like that useful. It's mostly just feathers and stuff. Maybe we just put it away and open that stuff in the future when I need it. How about that? Let's go ahead and maybe do that. And then from this point, let's actually put these over in here, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go do some rune crafting. These in here. Okay, I'm gonna go do some rune crafting, figure out that, get level 20. Our new goals right now are level 27 rune crafting and possibly level 50 woodcut. I don't know how long it would take. Not too bad to get that, but like I feel like seeing if there is a page 2, that would be a pretty damn big deal in my opinion. So let's get to work. Kill this Kebbit to start the flow of things. I really do like the aesthetic of rune crafting so far, and how you just do it over here, and the fact that, once again, the fact that you can build these rune altars just wherever you want, pretty much unlimitedly, just seems insane, and it probably makes rune crafting so much easier than in traditional RuneScape. The only funny thing is there's got to be a power-up, or there's got to be something, some way where I could knock these out of the sky. I don't know if there's like a bow and arrow eventually you could unlock, or something to be able to knock these out of the sky would make it so you could have more access to more things to mine. This one's coming down, though, to be fair. If you can smack them when they come low enough, boom, that's perfect, but this one might actually make... Wow, okay, wait, that's the first time I've gotten 2 of those, to be fair. Maybe it's just like a time-based thing? That was strange. I've not seen 2 out of 3. I've only been able to knock down 1, I think, at each rune crafting altar so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my time to mine all this and craft. So I don't know what type of runes I honestly need the most right now. I'm pretty low on earths, so I want to get more of those for wood cutting skill, which I could use to train up to 50. So yeah, maybe that's this. We'll just get some earth runes here in a quick sec. Let's just craft what we have. It's crazy. It's instantaneous. You just head over here, select what you need, boom, bam, 250 earth runes right there, I think. And I just used 500 within an hour, so I'm gonna try to restock up like 500 more at least. All right, I think with this craft, this should give me 27 rune crafting, or it'll be really close. Yep, there it is. 27 rune crafting. Let's go see. That unlocked something. I forget. The weight of rune essence is reduced by 50%. That's pretty relevant. Like, I feel like that essentially, it already weighs pretty little. I feel like that essentially makes it, I guess, actually weighs more than I realized, 114, but maybe it's the other things like the stone or the water, etc., etc. Are these 1 pound each? That might be what that, let's see if it goes 1 to 113 and to 114. Let's see if this goes down. Yeah, that's pretty, okay, so these are 1 pound each, the water. That's pretty significant versus the berries being 0.1. If there, I need to figure out a way to get a better water source. That would actually be super, super nice because that is actually pretty heavy. But anyways, yeah, these being 0.8 now versus, were they 1.6 before? That's pretty like heavy, honestly. So yeah, that's a pretty significant difference. We'll take that every day of the week. Here's my current rune count. I have like 0 water runes, but I also can't craft them. I have very few laws. I don't think laws have a purpose yet is the problem. Resource needed for teleportation. I literally don't think I can make these yet. Nature runes, I use a fair bit. I'm going to craft like half of these into natures, I guess. I love that it's instantaneous. I have a few fires, a lot more earths now. We're back up on those, which is fantastic. A few astrals. I guess let's turn the rest into fires. I don't really know what to do with these, so we're just going to turn them into something for now. I don't want to keep the essence. Put to level 27. Next up is, so I have 27 runecraft, which is goal number 1. Goal number 2, I want to see if 50 woodcut changes anything. I want to see if it actually updates my menu. We have these trees regrown. I might even just go around and clean up some stumps while I'm doing this. So we're going to be on stump cleaning duty as well as pushing for 50 woodcut to see how it affects things and to see if it actually unlocks a new chapter. It does feel a little funny, I'm going to be honest, after doing a full hour of wood cutting and like logging all the data and all that stuff. Now that I'm straight back to it, like almost immediately is a little funny, but that's how resource collecting goes, man. I did totally forget. We actually did unlock a really, really, really relevant new building material. We unlocked lumber storage, specifically a storage box that has a high capacity to store lumber. So that is, you know, specifically for wood cutting. I'm going to have to go build that as soon as we go back to the base here. As soon as we get 50 woodcut, we'll go test that out. And there it is. That should be 50 woodcut. One last spell cast. Moment of truth. Let's go check our skills page and see if we can scroll past to anything new. Nope. It's just 49. And then it's... Oh my god, look at this. What? To next level. Oh, so it's totally... So they just don't even have past 50 coded or whatever, right? Because it says 40,000 XP to next level 100 million. Man, I've been enjoying this game. It's so early access. I think the longer I play, I really have enjoyed it. It's been really fun. If you like RuneScape and you like open world survival games and you know you're going to play in the future, you know what? Go ahead and get it. But like, I would straight up not recommend this to the average person. It's a really fun game. There's just not enough. It's so little. And I love bare bones games. I love bare bones open world survival games. I love playing alpha Minecraft. I love going back and playing games like this. But I genuinely don't think this game has enough content. Something I don't feel very often. I think a lot of people cry no content way too early in a game's lifespan, or with, you know, so much at their disposal. But I feel like this game genuinely suffers. I think most games don't suffer from a lack of content. I think most people most gamers, you know, unfortunately, are not great about making fun out of the content there. They just don't like the content, right? It's kind of like when growing up you say like, oh, we have no food to eat, but you may have like cans of beans and you actually could put together a meal. It's just maybe not the food you want, right? I think that happens a lot with video games. Speaking of, let's go grab all of this. Take all. There we go. Boom. Let's see. How much can we get our weight up to? We're at 1,900 so far. But I genuinely... I feel like this is one of the very rare times where I genuinely feel like this game does not have enough content, and I would not recommend it off of that reason, which I don't usually feel. So I'm going to take all that as well. We're going to take all this. We're using our lumber storage, though. Our lumber storage seems that it can fill. This, yeah, this is awesome. Okay, being able to basically put... We chopped wood for a full hour. Wow, that's actually, like, kind of crazy. This, I wonder if that was thought about by the developers, which is really impressive. I chopped wood for an hour, and the lumber storage holds almost exactly how much wood I chopped in an hour. That's pretty cool. That's pretty, usually stuff like that I think is more planned than players realize. Then that's not to shit on, once again, I feel bad saying I don't recommend this game. This game is probably, hopefully going to be amazing one day, but Jagex also infamously does create games and move on from them without ever finishing them properly. This has been okay, we got a warband attack. This actually has happened to me once already, and I've gotten a lot better at the combat, I feel like. Let's see how I do right now while yapping, but this actually happened before when I was chopping wood, and I handled it okay. I'm getting a lot better with my rolls. It may shock you watching how terrible I am with the rolls. I never have really played... I played an hour and a half of Dark Souls 1 and like 2 hours of Elden Ring, and I just could not get into them. I've never really gotten into the Dark Souls franchise, so I'm not super familiar with this style of combat, even though I've played a lot of open world games. I feel like a lot of those open world games don't require you to roll and parry, and their combat's not as difficult. When I think of like Palworld's combat, I think of I just get really powerful and I kill everything and I let my pals do the work and it's no problems, right? Like this game, you do have to kind of, even early game in my opinion, I've had to really actually roll. You got to think a little. You can't just bash into the opponents. You have to think a little bit, okay? And honestly, I'm not used to thinking a little bit, okay? I'm used to thinking 0%, but we're getting at least 1% of our brain cells rolling today. All right, so we did our skilling goals. We got our 27 rune crafting. We got our 50 woodcut. The main thing here would just be moving on to combat and actually taking on the quest that I've kind of been ignoring to a decent degree, but I'm going to be honest, I'll have to see how these videos do. I hope you guys have enjoyed them up to this point. I don't know if the series will continue from this point forward. From this point forward, it would just be me collecting resources and building stuff, which I enjoy. I don't think it makes the most exciting content. So maybe we'll do if I continue to play the game, we'll do like a world review or a world walkthrough of all the things I've built. That would be a lot of fun if I continue to play, but if not... well, I'll just basically see you guys next episode if it happens. If not, I hope you guys have enjoyed so far. Let me know in the comments your feedback. Like the video if you've liked it and liked the series so far. Dislike if not, that's totally okay. I want to see as much feedback as possible. Subscribe to the channel for videos that I love to play and I'm enjoying playing every other day. I do upload every other day. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Much love and play games you enjoy. Peace, Reno. Hey, what's up? Retro Pat here, and I want to say a quick big thank you to everybody whose name is listed here because it means you went above and beyond and supported me via the Patreon, which allows me to put more time, effort, and resources into this channel. Thank you so much, and have a great day.